Hey guys, what's up? So sorry I have been a little MIA lately. It has been crazy these last few weeks. It's like I got strep again, my husband got strep, my sugar has been down and up and down and up, and we just can't find a happy medium. So I want to go ahead and show you guys what's in my diabetic box, but I promise I have a lot of video ideas coming your way, but I'd love to have some more. So if y'all have any other diabetic videos y'all want me to do, please leave them in the comments below and I'd be glad to do them. But first I wanted to show you the new stuff that I'm on, and like I have this big diabetic box that I keep in my kitchen, and it has a lot of stuff in it besides the insulin, because insulin has to stay in the fridge to stay cold. But other than that, I wanted to show you what's in here and what's been going on. So let's go ahead and let me show you the first thing that I recently just got on. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys bruise when you give yourself shots in the stomach? Now, I know this is a lot, but I wanted to show you my stomach and what's been going on. So if you can't tell, look at this. I am completely bruised everywhere, and I don't know what's going on. So I talked to my doctor. So my puppy is growing up really big, so I heard him eating something, so there was no telling what he was just eating. Stop it. Anyways, so he put me on different needles. So recently I was on, this is my box, guys. So we were on this one, the BD Ultra Fine Pen Needles, but they were a 5, and he has now moved me to a 4. So let me show y'all the difference. I don't know if I can show you the difference. Okay, so this is it gonna focus? Yep. Kind of, not really. Okay, so this is the 4, and it doesn't hurt as bad as the 5 did, but it's definitely not much better. I would say it's better, but not ridiculous, because it's still the same, but not really. So y'all definitely cannot tell because it's not focusing, but it is better. Like, it doesn't hurt all the time. But if y'all have any secrets with doing insulin, because I'm having to do insulin 5 to 6 times a day now. If y'all have, sorry, I cannot get this camera focused. If y'all have any suggestions on what y'all do, I've tried the thigh, and my thigh bruises just as bad as my stomach does. So I don't really like to do my thigh unless I have to. But I need some help. I need a lot of help to see what else we can do, because I'm rotating sides every time. Like, say I do morning insulin, I go this side, then if I have to do another one, I go this side. So I'm rotating. I just don't know what else to do. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Okay, so the next thing I'm on, which I'll go ahead and show you all my insulin so I can stick it back in the fridge, is I'm on the Tresiba insulin. Tresiba Flex Touch. I take 6 units of this. I'm still the same thing I was. 6 units of this every morning when I first wake up, and then that's it. So 1 time a day for this. I'm also on the Humalog insulin. Maybe Humalog, and this is like corrective and before I eat. So I was doing 1 unit before I ate every time I ate. Couldn't do that because I was still going up in the freaking 200s. So the doctor switched me to 2 units, and that has definitely helped. But we also went from doing no units, because I really didn't take insulin unless I needed to, unless I had to correct it. So I was going to no units to 2 units before every meal, and that has definitely helped. Now, my doctor said whenever I eat 20 carbs, do a thing of insulin. So say I want to eat apple and peanut butter, because that is now my morning meal, basically. When I'm at work, I do 2 things of insulin before so I do 6 units of insulin before I leave for work. I do 2 units before I drink coffee, because I don't put sugar in my coffee, but I put cream, and the doctor said even with the caffeine in the coffee, it'll still shoot me up. So 2 units of this. When I get to work, I pop out my lunchbox and I go into a conference room or the bathroom, and I do 2 more units of this, and then I'll eat apple and peanut butter together. So that is my morning routine right now. Now that has kept me in like the 115 range until I eat lunch. Kind of. Sometimes it drops. It kind of just depends on how my pancreas is feeling that day. So if it drops, I eat a quick snack. Sometimes I just eat like a cup of peanut butter and that'll hold me off. Or I eat like some nuts, and that'll keep me pretty level too. During lunch, before lunch, I grab this thing again at work, do 2 more units, and then eat whatever I had leftovers for the night before. When I get home, I also do 2 more units of this before I eat supper. Now, if for some reason I ate nasty food and I shouldn't have, like a lot of carbs, I will do 3 units. It all depends on how much carbs I'm trying to eat. So I'm trying to carb count a lot better than I used to, so to keep me level. If for some reason my sugar doesn't like me and goes up before I go to bed, I'll do a thing of insulin that night. I did that last night. My sugar shot up to 200 when I had done 3 units before I ate supper. I did some insulin, woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, and it was still 200. So, also, side note, I have a coworker and his girlfriend is diabetic, type 1, and they have heard of Dawn phenomenon. I don't know if y'all have heard of that or not, but definitely Google it. It's where anytime in the morning you are insulin resistant. Like, you've got so many hormones shooting through your body at like so much time that your body doesn't know how to keep up with it. So Google that, because I had never talked to my doctor about it, and I still haven't, because I haven't gone to see him since a few weeks, and he had told me about it. So check that out and see, because it makes sense with all the hormones, especially in a type 1 diabetic body, even in anybody. The hormones can't keep up with the sugar, so when the hormones are released from like 2 to 8 o'clock in the morning, it's completely insulin resistant. So check it out, Google it, it's Dawn phenomenon, and it'll tell you a lot about it. Another thing is he suggested, which I'm gonna get and I'm gonna do a review for you guys, is Think Like a Pancreas. It's on Amazon for like 14 bucks, I think, and it basically tells you what your pancreas is thinking. So I'm curious to see how that works. He said his girlfriend learned a lot about it, so check that out. He also said there's a podcast, Juicy Box or something like that, about Dexcom and a type 1 diabetic. I haven't listened to that because I'm not big on podcasts, but I might check it out and do a review for you guys. Anyways, going off subject, another thing that I keep in my diabetic box are alcohol swabs. This is my favorite. We also have the Kroger brand, but these are just so much easier. They're thick, so it just gets all the places, and it really cleans it off before you use insulin or prick your finger. Now, I do not prick my finger very often anymore because I got the Freestyle Libre sensor thingamabobber. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've got it on right now, and I'm going to change it this afternoon, so I'm going to try to slide that clip in there for you guys on this video so y'all see how we take it out, how we put it in. Now, I have noticed on the 10th day, when you're getting ready to take it off, it does hurt a little bit more, so we need to get that out as soon as possible. Okay, so next thing I have is needles, which y'all have seen before. I only prick my finger whenever it is time to take this thing off, because you can't use this thing for 12 hours, so I prick my finger before I go to bed. I take the sensor off around 5 o'clock at night, so by the time I wake up in the morning, it is time to check my sugar with the new sensor. Finally, I wish I kind of stopped taking this, but I kept an account of my sugar whenever I was pricking my finger. I don't really do that anymore. I mean, sometimes I'll still put it in here, but I don't really have it in here anymore. I think that's about it. I also have my sensor from the last one, which y'all have seen before, but I have no idea where it's at. And then the little needle launcher. So I have this just in case. Just in case I need it if I have to prick my finger. I also have the strips, the contour neck strips when I have to prick my finger. There we go. Love these things, highly recommend them. And then I have my monitor if I don't have my Freestyle Libre sensor in here. I am looking into Dexcom again. I highly recommend this thing, but I'd like to have, like, Dexcom alarms me where this thing doesn't, but I know they're trying to look into it. I've also read that the Freestyle Libre is trying to get like a sharing system like Dexcom has. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen or not, but you know, it'd be great if, you know, they would, because I'd love for like me to get my, instead of holding it like this, I get it on my phone to see what it is, and my husband gets it as well. I also still carry the glycagon, whatever it's called, in my purse. I don't have it with me right now, but it's a little red thing, which I've actually started looking into because I'd always kept it, but I had never really played around with it. And I've let my husband see it to see what we need to do if for some reason I ever pass out. We pray that never happens, but if it does, we are prepared. I think that's about it. Like I said, I have a lot of videos coming towards you guys, and I know this video has been pretty long, but I haven't spoken to you guys in a long time, it feels like, and things have changed. I'm on a lot more insulin, and it's hard. It's hard. My stomach hurts. Like, I put on a pair of clothes the other day, and I couldn't even wear it because I'm so bruised that it was rubbing against it, or I lay on my stomach at night, and I feel the bruises, and it's awful. So please, if y'all have any suggestions, put them down at the bottom. Let me know what you use, if you use a smaller needle than I do, because I use the 4 now, or if you use whatever else you do. I'm thinking into a pump eventually, but right now my doctor and I feel like it's not necessary because sometimes my pancreas is really happy and I'm like in the 80s and sometimes it's in the 250s. So let me know what you use. If you use something different than I do, hopefully we can get some relief and maybe that'll be better. If y'all like these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I look forward to talking to y'all very soon. Bye guys.